Morning, everybody. Was that light? Is that light a bit too much? You need a bit of light this morning now. It's a bit too much over there, isn't it? Let's shift here. I'll sit there. Okay, good. So, here we go. Mr. Wolf's pancakes. Now, I think I've read this to you before, but I haven't put it in the video, so here we go. Mr. Wolf's pancakes. One day, Mr. Wolf, there he is, was feeling hungry. He fancied some pancakes. Yum, yum, he said, licking his lips at the thought of a pile of fresh, delicious pancakes. Yum, yum, yum. I wonder what they are. I reckon they're Eileen pancakes. Or Henry pancakes. Mr. Wolf had never made pancakes before, so he took his big recipe book down off the shelf and looked inside. There's Mr. Wolf taking his big recipe book down. Pancakes a la Eileen. Pancakes a la Henry. Yum, 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 yum. But wolves can't read very well, and Mr. Wolf had trouble making sense of it, so off he went to get some help from his neighbours. So Mr. Wolf, look, he's even got the book upside down. That's why it's important that you read Eileen. So when Mr. Wolf comes and wants to make Eileen pancakes or Henry pancakes, you can read and say, actually, that doesn't say Eileen, that doesn't say Henry. It says one of the Plonker boys from your school. I can't remember their names now. We've made some funny names, haven't we? He called on Chicken Licking, who lived next door. Please, can you help me read this, he asked. No, said Chicken Licking, slamming the door in Mr. Wolf's face. Bang! Slamming the door. Bang! There's Chicken Licking in the nest. Oh dear, sighed Mr. Wolf. He sat down, slowly read the book and worked out what he needed all by himself. So what does he need then? He needs some eggs. What else does he need? That's right, he needs some milk and he needs some flour. Eggs, flour and milk. Mr. Wolf looked in his cupboard for the ingredients. He couldn't find anything he needed. I'll go to the shop, he decided, and settled down to write a list. But wolves aren't very good at writing, so Mr. Wolf called on Wee Willie Winky. Here's Mr. Wolf looking on his shelf for all the bits he needs, but he hasn't got any eggs, any flour, or any milk. Got some fruit, got some chips, I think we call them crisps, got some cereal, some tomato sauce, and a few other things there, but he hasn't got what he needs. Eileen, you got a list. Remember, I sent you a list by email, Eileen, for the list of the things you need to bring to England if the British government ever gets its life together. You are very clever, said Mr. Wolf. Can you help me write my shopping list? No, said Wee Willie Winky. Go away, he slammed his door. Bang! There's no need to be like that, said Mr. Wolf quietly. Look, there's Wee Willie Winky. Have to look on the internet, Eileen. Tap in Wee Willie Winky. Okay, look, I'll show you the spelling. Wee Willie Winky. There's a very famous nursery rhyme. Mr. Wolf sat down and tried very hard with his writing until he had made his shopping list all by himself. Now he needed to count his money to make sure he had enough. But wolves aren't very good at counting, so he went to Gingerbread Man for some help. So here he is writing his list. Don't forget your list, Eileen, it's on the computer, on your email. And there he is asking Mr. Gingerbread Man to help him with counting his money. Can you help me count my money, please? He asked politely. No, I'm too busy to bother with you, said the Gingerbread Man, slamming his door. Bang! No one's being very nice to the Big Bad Wolf. I wonder why they're not nice to the Big Bad Wolf. Maybe they're a bit scared of him. Maybe they're used to him trying to eat them. So poor Mr. Wolf had to sit down and count his money. It took him a long time, and he had to check it 3 times before it was right. But he did it all by himself. So perseverance, Eileen. You can do it all by yourself. Look, what's that? That's right. It's a piggy bank. Eileen, you've got a piggy bank. And Henry, you've got a piggy bank here. Mr. Wolf needed a basket to carry his shopping, so he called on Little Red Riding Hood. Please, may I borrow your basket, he asked very nicely. I'm not lending you my basket to you, said Little Red Riding Hood. Now clear off. So Mr. Wolf set off to the shop without a basket. I'll manage, he said. So there's Little Red Riding Hood saying, no, you're not borrowing my basket. I'm not surprised these people are a bit anti him, aren't they? Oh, Eileen, do you know what kind of animal that is? It's an owl. And you know what this is? It's a bluebird. Yes. Oh, look. Some things down the bottom here. What's that one again? We did this one the other day. Hedgehog, rabbit, and some mice. Old Mother Hubbard's General Store. Simple Simon's Cake Emporium. Rubber Dub Dub's Bathrooms. Ah, these are all nursery rhymes. Okay, I need to look out for these. I'll show you one more time. Look. Old Mother Hubbard is another nursery rhyme I want you to put into Google. Simple Simon, put into Google. And Rubber Dub Dub, okay, put into Google. Mr. Wolf went to the shop. And here's Mr. Wolf going to the shops to get the bits he needs, the ingredients he needs for his pancakes. Oh, well, there's a little bit of fun in this here. Look, the lost sheep. Have you seen this sheep? I wonder where that sheep's gone. From Little Bo Peep. This is a very good little book. He looked at his list, remembered what he needed, counted his money, and carried the eggs, milk, and flour home all by himself without a basket. Look, there he is, look, doing very well. Don't drop those eggs, Mr. Wolf. Whoa, don't drop those eggs. Now it's time to make the pancakes. But wolves aren't very good at cooking, so Mr. Wolf called on the 3 little pigs. Please, can you help me cook my pancakes? I'll share them with you, he said kindly. No chance, chorused the pigs, slamming their doors. Bang, bang, bang. Mr. Wolf felt sad because nobody wanted to help him. What's that house made of? That's the house made of straw. What's that house made of? That's the house made of sticks and wood. What's that house made of? That's the house made of bricks. A nice house. Mr. Wolf went home and started to make the pancakes all by himself. Soon there was a huge pile of pancakes on the table, all ready for eating. Look at this, Mr. Wolf. Look at that, all those pancakes. Look at his apron. I love a New York. I bought you an apron the other day, Henry. A cool apron. Now, as Mr. Wolf had been making his pancakes, a lovely smell drifted out of the kitchen. All his neighbours could smell it, and it made them feel very hungry. They wanted some pancakes too. They decided to try their luck. So if you look here, here's Mr. Wolf, and the smell of the lovely pancakes is drifting out. Oh, it's drifting down past the 3 little pigs, the brick house, the stick house, the straw house. Oh, the gingerbread man's got a whiff. Wee Willie Winky's got a whiff. Oh, look. Oh, look, there's Red Riding's just come sprinting over. She can smell. There must be the castle, the faraway castle. There's Chicken Licking. There's the mother who lives in a shoe. Oh, everyone's loving the smell of this. Now, as Mr. Wolf has been making his pancakes... Oh, sorry, I've read that one already. He's made the paragraphs so everyone can smell them. So they knocked on Mr. Wolf's door. Give us some of your pancakes, said the rotten lot. Why should I give any to you, said Mr. Wolf. Not one of you would help me. Well, we'll help you eat them, replied Mr. Wolf. Oh, I've messed that right up, sorry, time. So they knocked on Mr. Wolf's door. Give us some of your pancakes, said the rotten lot. Why should I give any to you, said Mr. Wolf. Not one of you would help me. We'll help you eat them, replied Mr. Wolf's neighbours nastily. Anyway, we're not going away until you give us some. Here they are. Look, they're actually they're quite horrible, aren't they? Really, all the nursery rhymes and the stories make out that Mr. Wolf's a bad one, but these guys are just quite grim, really, aren't they? Mr. Wolf thought very hard for a moment. There was only one decent thing to do. Oh, very well then, he sighed. You had better come in. So here's Mr. Wolf contemplating what to do. Do you think he's come to the right decision? Do you think he's going to share? He's inviting me, so you can come in, share my pancakes. Is he being nice? Is he being better than that? Is he, just because they wouldn't help him, he's going to think, oh, I'll share with you because I'm a nice guy. Mr. Wolf opened the door wide, and whoosh, his greedy neighbours, greed's a bad thing, greedy neighbours rudely pushed him aside and lashed down the hall. Mr. Wolf shook his head, shrugged his shoulders, followed them into the kitchen, and when they were all in, so he said, let them all come in. There's the pigs, the gingerbread man, Tinky Winky, Chicken Licking, Red Riding Hood. Look, Mr. Wolf's opened up the door. They come scarping in to eat all his food. After not helping him do anything, not lending him the basket, not helping him carry, to count. anything. When he let them all in, Mr. Wolf, boom, where have they gone? What do you think Mr. Wolf's done? There's no pancakes all there, but Mr. Wolf looks like he's had quite a substantial meal, and there's all Miss Tillywinky's nightcap, Red Riding Hood's cloak, some different sort of items from the wolves, and maybe a feather from Chicken Licken. I wonder where they've gone then. Mr. Wolf gobbled them up. Snippety snappety. That was the end of his unhateful neighbours. And then, with his bulging tummy, not quite full, Mr. Wolf sat down to eat his pile of pancakes. And he did it all by himself. Well, there was nobody else around, and then afterwards he fell asleep for an afternoon nap. Well, it might have been a mid-morning nap, I don't know. Or a late morning nap. For an evening nap, who knows. There you go, but he's done well, he's eaten everyone and everything. It's quite a good one, isn't it?